Our world is full of mysteries, which sometimes even scientists cannot solve. Nature is as majestic as it is dangerous. It can all mostly be observed from a safe distance, but you never know when Mother Nature decided to send a curveball our way. And the things that we can explain sometimes seem like a real miracle. Now I will show you the most amazing moments ever recorded. Here are top 15 most dangerous and unexplained videos natural phenomena in the world. Before we continue, don't forget to hit that like button, also subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Let's begin. Tap water flammable. A stunned homeowner has filmed himself setting fire to highly flammable water gushing from his bathroom tap. He discovered the worrying phenomenon while in the shower. He basically runs the tap water in his bathroom sink and sets it on fire using nothing but a little lighter. He goes on to say that it was worse the first time he did it, and that it almost caught his bathroom on fire. You wonder why people buy bottled water. It has been speculated that the explosive tap water is the result of oil drilling nearby, specifically if it has anything to do with hydraulic fracturing, which is popularly known as fracking. Hawaii lava flow. Hawaii volcano Kilauea split nearly 20 cracks in the Earth's surface as lava and toxic gases erupted into the atmosphere. In the shocking footage, lava flow from the Kilauea volcano can be seen rapidly sweeping across the island, causing devastation. The stunning clip comes as Fissure A continues to cause chaos on the Big Island. Scientists fear the lava released by Kilauea so far has not even scratched the surface of its hidden magma reserves. Lava flow has been gushing into the Pacific Ocean, creating a toxic gas known as blaze. Lava flowing from the Kilauea volcano has consumed telephone poles, trees, homes, and destroyed at least 35 buildings since it started erupting. Authorities warned people to remain cautious in the face of the volcano, which has spewed lava and toxic gas through at least 12 fissures in Lalani Estates in Pahoa, where more than 1,700 residents have been evacuated. Anti-gravity water drops. The science behind this de-levitating water machine is so simple that it's a wonder most offices don't have one. These drops seem to hang in the air, but it's easy to explain. An optical illusion is created using stroboscope. When flashes of light illuminate the incident, drops are created at the right moment. The flowing water appears to have droplets stopped in mid-air, an effect achieved with unilux strobes. This is a combination of water droplets and strobe light. When you see the droplets to levitate, you see in fact lots of falling droplets. What is illuminated with a strobe light with a certain timing? This is the same effect when a car's wheel rim seems to rotate the wrong way at a certain rotating speed. The ice methane on fire. Did you ever think about an ice burning? Is it possible? How can ice be flammable? Toxic bubbles of highly flammable methane are trapped in grenade-like bubbles just inches beneath the surface of the ice in lakes. If you were wondering where the methane came from, methane comes from microbes from the broken-down organic matter beneath the sea. Organic matter can be excrements of animals, algae, or plants. When the bacteria start breaking down the organic matter, it produces methane in the process. The answer to your question is yes, it is flammable. This is why science is very interesting. It's a never-ending process of learning. The ice burns since there is methane beneath it. The gas bubble looks white because of the light. This methane trapped in the lake is fairly harmless, but when lit with a huge amount of methane in it, it can create burning or explosion.
Carbon is in permafrost, still frozen, and the potential
bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is still for sure agree that these waves on the beach in California look simple fantastic and these waters glow ocean's brightest sparkle. The light emitted by a bioluminescent organism is produced by energy released from chemical reactions occurring inside, or ejected by, the organism. While the functions of bioluminescence are not known for all animals, typically bioluminescence is used to warn or evade predators, to lure or detect prey, and for communication between members of the same species. But modern children are difficult to surprise with something, thanks to this interactive floor. They can easily feel in fairy tale in our childhood. This was only possible imagination. What you see on these.
Kijk eens, achter je. Cool zeg. Jij kan toveren, Annelien. Kijk eens achter je.
Sea foam. The strange coastal phenomenon of sea foam has been witnessed along parts of Australia's eastern coastline, a rare but not unnatural occurrence that forms when rough seas churn up disintegrating organic matter, such as algae. Coastlines from Lancashire to South Africa have on occasion been inundated by the white leathery substance, often as a result of severe storms. Sea foam is created when the ocean is disturbed by wind and waves. Tiny particles of fats, algae, fish scales, bits of coral, and other pollutants that are suspended in the water are churned up, creating a thick foam. This is much like the bubbles caused by a bottle of water or other liquid being shaken vigorously, though on a larger scale. When significant amounts of decaying algal matter wash ashore, the disconcerting sight of a wall of murky foam can be witnessed. However, depending on the algae present, as bubbles within the foam pop, they can release airborne toxins which may irritate eyes and lungs. It can also be hazardous to wildlife. For example, a study into the unexplained end of seabirds along the US West Coast found that foam from a decaying algae bloom has stripped the waterproofing from their feathers, making it harder for the birds to fly and causing hypothermia. Swooping starlings and murmuration. Murmuration refers to the phenomenon that results when hundreds, sometimes thousands, of starlings fly in swooping, intricately coordinated patterns through the sky. It is just one example of nature's most beautiful wonders, yet experts remain unable to explain it. Theories surrounding the stunning display, called a murmuration, range from it being a defense mechanism against predators to simply attracting more birds to join their roost. Whatever the reason, the result is a jaw-dropping aerial show of some 50,000 small starlings swooping, dipping, and diving in unison, forming recognizable shapes as they fill the autumn sky. Another theory could be they're signaling a large roost, and could be a way of attracting other birds to that area, to build up a big flock as it would be warmer. That's just incredibly cool. Mysterious metal monoliths. The first grabbed the world's attention after it mysteriously appeared in a desert in Utah, and, shortly after, was covertly removed. Then, a mysterious metal pillar was spotted in Romania. It also promptly vanished. Police then investigated an incident where a group of young men in California tore down yet another monolith and replaced it with a cross. A fourth monolith was on display outside a candy shop in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This one, however, was a marketing stunt. So far, no credible source has suggested the structures are a product of alien technology or supernatural influence. And unlike with UFO sightings and Area 51 news, governments have not been accused of a cover-up. So even though Google Trends data shows global search interest in monoliths has shot up since the structures were found, they're not yet the subject of widespread conspiracy. And a reflection of past similar phenomena suggests they won't be. There's nothing to suggest the above phenomena are evidence of anything extraordinary. What they're secret, and no one has solved, but they appear over and over. Mysterious humanoid floating on sky. A passenger on a plane flying over the Aegean Sea captured footage of a bizarre object flying alongside the aircraft. It performed several maneuvers that seem like they would be impossible for any known aircraft to pull off. This bizarre video footage has emerged of a humanoid figure floating in skies. The strange object can be seen hovering in the sky. It briefly disappears before reappearing, then disappearing for good. Do you think it's just smoke, or could it be something much more terrifying? Amazing. Tornadoes. Tornadoes are some of the most destructive forces of nature. A tornado is a violently rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the Earth and a cumulonimbus cloud or, in rare cases, the base of a cumulus cloud. Tornadoes in different parts of our planets. We all know what a tornado is, and nevertheless these vortices to this day remain some of the most amazing natural phenomena from all over the world. From tornado and suffer the most United States funnel width directly depends on what the surface is a tornado over the water, and width does not exceed 40 meters and on land. Sometimes it reaches 3 kilometers. No wonder a huge whirlwind can easily suck in not only objects, and people, animals, and sometimes even whole houses. In many countries weather conditions can call extreme tornadoes. These tornadoes can attain wind speeds of more than 300 miles per hour, are more than 2 miles, 3 kilometers, in diameter, and stay on the ground for dozens of miles. Tornadoes vary in intensity regardless of shape, size, and location, though strong tornadoes are typically larger than weak tornadoes. Solar storms similar to tornadoes have been recorded, but it is unknown how closely related they are to their terrestrial counterparts. Strange fish. This fish swims no worse than the real one. With technology has come to may benefit from such a robot and a little more genuine. But how beautiful this strange fish. Ghost rider riding a bicycle. This is a video of a mysterious flaming ghost rider riding a bicycle, presumably after losing his license for driving under the influence of demon spirits. The tandem bike is actually a kinetic pyro sculpture called Riding Man, and was on display at Burning Man years ago. Still, in my mind it's Johnny Blaze desperate for vengeance and willing to reach his next victim by any means necessary. But if I see him on one of those hoverboards. This footage was filmed at the Berlin Main Festival, as literally the name of the festival translated as a Burning Man. The appearance of a cyclist on fire is quite logical. And if Ghost Rider, a guy with a flaming skull for a head, can pull it off, what makes you think you can? Mysterious disc-shaped cloud. This footage of a cloud formation shaped just like a UFO mothership has left conspiracy theorists. In the video recorded in Santa Clara, California, a solitary white cloud hangs motionless in the sky. The bizarrely cloud has a smooth disc-shaped bottom with a roundish cap on top, making it look similar in appearance to the classic flying saucer from sky. Lenticular clouds, or lentil-shaped clouds, are usually formed over mountains or hills which disrupt airflow and form areas of turbulence. They are often mistaken for flying saucers, like in these stunning, or some type of UFO mysterious disc shape. Huge swarm of locusts. Saudi Arabia is being plagued by a huge outbreak of locusts which is sweeping the country. Darkened skies, and layers upon layers of the insects were discovered on trees, as masses of the bugs arrived along the Red Sea, and invaded the country from Sudan and Eritrea. Egypt has also been struck by large numbers of locusts. With 80 million in a swarm, there could be devastating consequences for food supplies. Experts have warned crops will be put at risk from the legions of bugs flooding Najran. Unusually heavy rainfall in the region led to the deluge of biblical bugs arriving in the country in mid-January, with even more coming. Specialist teams also had to be drafted in to tackle the bug infestation. With a small swarm capable of chomping its way to the same amount of food in one day as 35,000 people, UN experts warned about the level of creatures arriving in Saudi. Fruits, crops and vegetation are all at risk of being eaten through. Unusual rains from sky. Rain and animals are not fiction at all, and a rare meteorological event. More often only fish or frogs fall to the ground. But sometimes even snakes. When one falls snake, then most likely it is some kind bird of prey has released its prey. But what if there is a lot of animal rains? Scientists could not explain for a long time. The most incredible hypotheses were expressed in the beginning. It was assumed that fish and reptiles themselves rise in thunderstorm clouds, and then fall to the ground with the drops, then concluded that the fish and toads ascend to the sky with order together with water vapor. But in the end, came to the conclusion, the passed away is to blame. These animals are sucked in funnel to transfer to farthest distance, and after the tornado disappears, they fall to the ground. Sometimes only parts of animals fall from the sky. Sometimes they are covered with ice. There are rains and live spiders, and this is really disgusting, and all cases are different. But anyway, most likely an animal really captured a tornado. But I'm sure that a fun fish will fall from the sky. You will be surprised, despite all the explanations, scientists. Thank you for watching my video until the last second. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to watch many more interesting videos. Now goodbye.